Hello traders, this is Rich from tradesight. As we do every evening, this is the look at our market leading stocks via our scans for the coming session. This is going to be for Wednesday, July 9th, 2014. We had definitely a lot of follow through to the downside here as we were anticipating in the market. Could get another day of follow through tomorrow, but for now let's focus on our scans. We see volume's picking back up now. There's an old saying that the sellers are lower. Yesterday there was a lot of light volume, and today they actually came in, and the volume actually picked up today. You see the volume bumps here in Apple, First Solar, which is real negative. That was one of our short watches from Monday morning. Clack has a volume bump, a lot of volume in Netflix. That's really weak, and Sina. Got some signals here. We've got downside CPSs in Qualcomm, though that one's conflicted right now. We've got one in Win, and also one to the downside in Altera. Amgen was one of the stocks that we're trying to buy today. Right now it's still just a little bit lower on the day, but trading a little bit above the day's open. So keep an eye on that alongside tomorrow if that's the side to trade. Financials, we've traded the financials today on the short side via the FAS. That's the triple leveraged ETF. But we're seeing an indication of downside here for tomorrow. CPS is in about 1 out of 2 on the list here. We've got a volume bump in Sally Mae and a downside RPS. So a lot of weakness there. Moving on to the energy patch. Arch Coal's got a volume bump, so does RIG. This a little bit kind of paired off here. Don't really have a preponderance of signals here. The Valero shares are pretty weak, but Chesapeake's actually strong today, CHK. Moving on to the generals, what a difference a day makes. A lot of downside CPS conditions here, but there's a couple on the buy side as well. So it's not a super decisive reading like we're gonna have a smashing tomorrow, but actually might kind of have a gap down tomorrow in the cards. Housing names. Big volume bump in NVR. That one's got an upside condition for tomorrow. Tolls, Hovnadian also have contra candles, so we might see a little bounce in those tomorrow. American Airlines circling the wagons. That one's 3% above the day's VWAP. That one's also got a volume bump. FedEx and UNP both have contra candles to the upside for tomorrow. As far as the commodities go, volume bumps in AA and AVX. Might even get one in Mosaic MOS, but not a lot of signals here. As we talked about before, the precious metals really haven't come into play just yet. That'll usually be later on in the cycle, but certainly something to keep an eye out for. All right, folks, as always, thanks for listening. This has been Rich for tradesight.